Morning at 01:20 hours, several of our students, two separate student groups, got into a confrontation. The confrontation turned physical, and one of our students, Stephen Jones, 18 years old, produced a handgun, and he shot four of our other students. One of our students is deceased. The other three are being treated at the Flagstaff Medical Center. We can't release a lot of additional details at this time. I can tell you that all the resources of the NAU PD and Flagstaff Police Department and local law enforcement agencies are assisting us with this investigation. A great many people are involved and need to be interviewed, and a lot of things need to be accomplished before we can release a great many details. We will have additional information later out of our Public Affairs Office. At approximately 8 o'clock, we'll try to give you an update on everything that we can. Again, as I said, right now we have one student deceased and three others being treated at the Flagstaff Medical Center.
Can you talk about the other victims? What kind of condition they were?
I'm not aware of the specific condition of the other three students right now. They all were suffering from gunshot wounds.
What can you tell us about what happened and how you were able to take 18-year-old Stephen Jones into custody?
Stephen was taken into custody by NAU PD officers. He stopped his action with his handgun, and everything calmed down for a few minutes. As our officer arrived, he was able to take him into custody without further trouble.
So he did not run from the scene, he did not attempt to get away?
That's correct.
What was the confrontation about?
I do not know that yet.
And did all these students knew each other well, or they just knew each other?
I do not know that yet either. And I'm sorry to be vague, but we just don't know the answer to all these questions yet.
They were all students. Were they two separate fraternities?
I don't know if they were fraternities. They were just student groups.
Did bystanders intervene to stop the shooter?
I don't think I can answer that either.
Were there any other injuries during the incident except for gunshots?
There are a total of 4 people who were hurt.
Is the suspect cooperating with police?
Yes,
Spelling Stephen V or PH?
with a V.
We have some students who have reported hearing these invasive gunshots. What can you tell us as to how many times that weapon was fired?
I can't tell you that at this time. We do not know. We have not been able to process the actual crime scene yet. We're waiting for the sun to come up so we can get a better field of view.
Were all 4 shooting victims students here?
Yes.
And were they shot multiple times or once?
It would be safe to say multiple times.
Did he just have one gun on him?
We believe so.
Did anyone else have a weapon?
I don't know that.
Is the parking lot part of the campus
Yes, it is.
on track?
Yes.
Do we believe that they may have been attending any type of activities, events that may have put them together, or randomly?
I don't know that. It was 1:20 in the morning. Students come and go from campus.
How long were the residence halls on lockdown?
Well, we put out an NAU alert to let our students know to shelter in place until we could figure out exactly what we had. Nothing happened inside of our residence halls, so that information was also put out subsequently through the NAU alert system.
What is that policy on the alert system? How does that work here?
Our alert system works the same as virtually everybody else's. We have a short message service that we can send out emergency messages, and we can tell people of an incident that occurs, which we did. We put out an active shooter alert, and then we put out additional information about the location, and we put out information about the situation had stabilized and the campus was safe.
Do you think it worked well in this situation?
Yes.
What time did the alert go out to the campus?
I don't have that off the top of my head. I know the initial alert went out rather quickly.
The initial alert went out at 2:52 when students were posting on the Facebook saying that on NAU's Facebook page that the alert did not go out after the shooting. That I'm a student and we only got our stuff at 2:50 in the morning. We need some students, especially in Mountain View, rather concerned that it was over an hour until we were notified.
Well, sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to stabilize the situation before we can get the information out for the alert and to call in the other people. Now, the situation here was stabilized right away by the officers. They knew what they had. They put the alert out as a precautionary measure, not necessarily one that students actively had to take measures to protect themselves. So they get it out as quick as they can. I don't know the actual timeline yet of when they were actually sent out. I know we sent out a total of 4 NAU alerts providing the initial information, follow-up information, and then the information that the situation was stabilized.
Are we looking at social media, emails, telephone calls? How did the students receive it exactly?
So they're sent out through a alert system that you sign up for through your smartphone.
What can you tell us about the students as far as what year they're in and how long they've been here on campus?
I do not have that information. I know our shooting student he's 18 years old. He's a freshman, I believe.
Have you had any issues with him before?
Not that I know of.
And have there been any school shootings here at NAU before?
No, not that I know of.
Did you review the gun policy as far as students allowed on campus with guns?
So the Arizona Board of Regents prohibits anyone to carry guns on campus. The Arizona law allows you to have a gun in your car, in a locked compartment on campus, but that's where it has to stay. You cannot carry it around campus.
Were there any additional guns found in his car or in his dorm?
I can't say that yet.
Did you live on campus?
Yes.
Did all of them live on campus?
No.
Did he live in that dorm? Out here?
No.
Do you know why this happened outside that particular residence hall?
You know, I do not. Again, it was 1:20 in the morning, and several students just became involved in a confrontation with each other. We don't know the facts yet about what brought them together or what caused the confrontation.
So did he have the gun on him at this confrontation?
I don't know that either.
Were police just able to take him right into custody? Did he stay there? Or
Yes.
How did that
He
exactly
stayed there, and we were able to take him to custody with the first officer that arrived on scene.
What was he like when you took him into custody?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
We have a statement from an eyewitness that the student tackled him and subdued him until police arrived. Can you comment?
I know there were students involved. I don't know about whether or not they tackled him and subdued him until the officer arrived.
What can you tell us about the deceased student?
I believe he's a freshman, and we are still working on notification of all the family members, which is why we're not going to be able to release names at this point.
Can you tell us if the other victims are male or female?
The victims are all male.
Excuse me, other freshmen as well?
Everyone, thank you so much for coming. We'll be releasing more information shortly. So if you want to contact the Office of Public Affairs, and we can give you more information. We just don't have all of the details.
Yeah, it's